What is up, KB Squad, and how's everybody doing? What I got for you guys is 10 objects that don't look like what they used to by the things. Now, before I get into the video, make sure to go check them out after this one. Press the subscribe button if you haven't did so already. It really helps out a lot, KB Squad, when you do so. As we already know, guys, through time, things changes. Better ideas come out, so innovative ideas come out so that people can live better and make things more simpler in life. And who knows, 20 years from now, the things that we call a mouse may not exist no more. Enough talking, it is 10 objects that don't look nothing like they used to, so let's get it.
Certain things we see every day and never give a second thought about their history.
Exactly.
But with a little digging, the evolution of everyday objects can be shocking. If you are a first-time viewer, click the red subscribe button and enjoy.
Please do, it really helps out a lot, KB Squad.
10 regular objects that look nothing like they used to. Sunglasses. Before people were using their sunglasses
I don't even wear
to look
sunglasses.
cool indoors, they actually served a purpose. These are the oldest pair of sunglasses
Boy,
ever
what are
found and
those?
believed to be 800 years old. They were designed by Inuits to help protect their eyes from the light.
Why don't he look like that dude from
reflected off the ice and
X-Men?
snow. The light from the snow could get so dangerous that it could actually blind people.
Right.
Thankfully, we have a much more attractive way to keep the sun out and look cool at the same time. Keys. Metal keys have certainly evolved over the years, but are
Yes, they
quickly
did. Them
becoming
things are
obsolete
ugly.
thanks to technology. The first versions of metal keys were simpler than what we see today, and since having something worth locking up was uncommon in ancient times, having a key became more of a status symbol than anything else. These days, people have so many keys they can't keep up with them, not to mention the hundreds of hotel key cards
shit, I only
that
got like 3
probably
keys,
have
call it a
lying
day.
around. Toilet paper.
Toilet
Could
paper?
you imagine wiping your bottom with a rock?
With a rock?
Well, that's
What?
exactly what scientists think that these ceramic discs were used for. It is believed that ancient Romans used hard sponges dipped in vinegar on a stick to clean up after using the restroom. But because
With a
many of
rock?
these ceramic discs have been unearthed in several Greek and
With
Roman
a
latrines,
rock?
it's an easy conclusion that
Bruh, why not with a leaf? Put some like teacher oil on a leaf or something. A leaf. A rock. So alright, so let's think about it like this. We use a rock, we put some type of like chemical on the rock or oil, whatever on the rock, and then we wipe our butt with the rock. I can see if they was using a leaf or some type of sort of smooth and soft than a pebble. Bro, they were tripping back then, bro, like real talk.
also used as ancient toilet paper. Thankfully, there have been many advances in this department.
Thank God, yo.
High heels. High heels first popped up in history
thing's kinda
around
dope.
3500 BC, and they have made several transformations since. These pair of heels from ancient Rome and Greece were known as buskins, and were worn by stage performers to help differentiate the social class of individual characters. In the Middle Ages, high heels made of wood known as pattens were slipped on so nobles could keep their expensive shoes clean of mud and street litter. These days, high heels are worn by men and women who wish to spice up an outfit with a sultry footwear. Maps. Considering
Maps.
hundreds of years ago, many believed the world was flat. It shouldn't be surprising that maps
You flat
look
earth
completely
believers,
different.
not
This
get into that
first century
category.
map shows an Earth that has much more land than water, and the
What?
Americas aren't even on it. It wasn't until the late 1600s that we see a map that is closer to the ones we use today. In modern times, we don't even use paper maps. Most of the time,
We
we
just
rely
use
on
Google.
our cell phones
Yeah.
to tell us where to go.
Exactly.
Cars. One of the
Cars.
first cars to hit the road was this 1.1 horsepower carriage that was
This girl just said 1.1 horsepower. They should have just stuck with the horse. You can't get nowhere with that much horsepower, KB Squad. Where are they trying to go? Neighbor's house? Like, let's continue.
in 1886.
Wow.
Just look at the difference in style and the difference in horsepower to what we see today. This car featured 3 tires and a rear engine, and apparently they believed a stick was the best
It was
way
exotic.
to steer. The
Rear
car has
engine?
evolved so much that now, 130 years later, we have over 500 times more horsepower and, luckily for us, a steering
Yes,
wheel.
way more
Apple
horsepower.
computers. In 1976, one of the world's now most famous and lucrative tech companies was born, Apple, and their first product was the Apple I computer. It looks like something a kid could throw together at their local high school,
Right,
but
what
it
is
was considered
that?
a huge technological advancement back in the 70s. Thanks to Steve Wozniak's and Steve Jobs' innovation, we now have iPhones and MacBooks that put the early Apple computer
cool.
to shame.
Yeah.
Socks. These days, most people wouldn't be caught dead wearing socks with
Shit,
sandals,
no, boy.
but that wasn't the case 1600 years ago. In fact, these ancient woolen socks were made by the Egyptians to specifically wear with sandals.
Thank you, Egyptians. We appreciate that.
There were choices in 400 AD. We can forgive the ancient Egyptians for this fashion faux pas. Bra. There's nothing about the words breast pouches that sounds appealing, but this is what bras were made of hundreds of years ago. This bra from Austria is thought to be around 500 years old.
What is that?
Notice the pouch-like shape and the lack of underwire. And there doesn't seem to be any adjusting straps.
Of course not, that's tissue paper.
This bra was custom made for its owner. Bras in modern times are still considered torture devices, much like this one probably was, but at least they are much more attractive. Condoms. We often hear of the crazy ways people used to prevent birth before condoms were invented. But we don't often hear about what these original condoms were made from or what they looked like. That is, until now. This reusable condom is around 300
Reusable? Reusable? Who is reusing that? Ugh, that's like a funky sock. No, bruh, I've never heard of a reusable condom. What, yo, you better be using like A1 detergent.
And is made from sheepskin. It looks terrifying and not pleasurable at all. The instructions have been preserved and call for it to be cleaned with warm milk to prevent venereal disease.
I wouldn't want you to clean nothing with warm milk.
These regular objects.
Condom, a reusable one. Nasty. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I don't know how many quantity did they make of condoms back in the day with those things, but if that's the case, I am not reusing that thing. That is just nasty at its fullest, guys. I would have to go back to the store in my 1 horsepower wagon and then come right back and call it a day. That's it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what intrigued you the most in this video. Leave your request in the comment box below. Follow my social media in the description box below. KB Squad, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.